Hi guys, my name is Teacher Raisa and welcome to my online English teaching channel. Now, first of all, don't forget to subscribe and like this video because that really helps me out. And today I'm going to help you guys on how to succeed on your online interview. Now, I know you guys are a little nervous, but with a few tips, I am absolutely sure you guys can nail it. Now, stay tuned and let's take a look. Have here on my computer, I don't know if you can see it right here, but I have here on my computer 5 super important tips that will help you nail this interview and get your English teaching job. Now, the first tip is super important and it's what I'm doing with you guys right now. Look directly at the camera and always smile. Now, I have this experience because before I came to work as an online English teacher, I also worked on cruise ships, and the interview are, you guess it, online. And what I can tell you is that everything about online interview is body language, or even better, facial language, because that's what they're seeing. So smile all the time, or at least look positively natural. You don't have to be, you can just be. Okay, yes, very good. And try to always smile. That will really help you out. Be proactive. And what I mean by that is this. Let's say that you consider yourself a technical genius, and let's say you are. However, at each school, they have their own way of projecting their methodology to the students. And that means that each school, they have their own methodology and their own software. Now, no matter how good you are, and you might be really, really good in computers, but no matter how good you are, you have to learn the details of the software, because that's where they capture their students and that's where they make their students learn more. So for example, I taught in one school where the interface that I saw was different than the interface that the students saw. But that wasn't specifically shown. So when I went to use the software and I was reading everything, that's when I learned that. And I actually practiced in order to do well in that part. So that's very important. And the other software from the other school is completely different from the first school that I mentioned. So be proactive, enter the software. They will have available classrooms, mock classrooms for you to practice, and practice. Be comfortable in front of the camera. That is super important. Now, this one, some people might agree, some people might not agree, because you obviously have to be prepared for the interview. You have to read everything, you have to learn, and you have to know how to use the software. But in my personal experience is, do not be afraid to say you do not know something, because like I said, the softwares are very different and it's a new methodology that people are using to learn English. So for example, there was this game on the company that I read it and I tried to do it by myself, but because the interface, my interface was different than the kids, I didn't quite understand it, but I actually read it. So during the interview, the interviewer came and asked me, and I said, I'm sorry, I don't understand this one. Could you make it more clear for me? And it was actually very good, because she noticed that I actually tried. I didn't understand it, but I tried, and that shows I got a lot of good willing to learn the software. So yes, don't be afraid to say you don't know something, as long as you actually, before the interview, you try and read the software. Okay? And the last one, and this one is super important, okay? Just like all 5 tips that I gave you are super important. Be flexible. Now, what do I say about being flexible? It's, I mean that if you're new to online teaching, which a lot of people are, there are a lot of details from the teaching that you just don't get or you don't understand. And that can get in the way of you being an excellent, or at least a very good English teacher, like the lighting, the background, your appearance. For example, some things that, like little details, for example, for Asians in general, and now I'm not saying that every single person of the population is like that, but for Asians in general, they don't like a lot of makeup. So if you have a tendency to wear a little bit of more makeup and the interview, and I've heard people saying that look more natural, it's because it's just more appealing to the Asian public. It's not saying that you're ugly or you're not ugly, it's just you're gonna appeal to the public and you're gonna get more students and therefore you're gonna get more money. It's as simple as that. Also, the background is super important. If you have like a classroom background and not a backdrop like I do, they will give you many tips on how to build your background. So be flexible in order to adapt it to what the company wants, because they know what they're doing, and that's really going to interfere in your outcome. Now guys, these are 5 simple tips that I gave you. Now I'm wearing this because you're gonna need good headphones in order to give a good interview. They're gonna want to see your headphones, they're gonna want to test your mic, so just have that prepared. Have a professional appearance. Now I'm using this red one because one of the companies that I work for wants the red shirt, so I'm using the red shirt. But be careful to be professional, have a professional appearance, and that's it. You guys are gonna be good to go. I'm sure you guys are gonna nail it. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. I hope to see you. Maybe you're gonna be some of my colleagues and maybe I can learn something from you. We'll never know. Now, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Check the 2 referral links down. Try the interview. I completely think you guys should try it. Have a wonderful day.